Hello, this is NW97. This is another Destiny video. So today we're going to talk about the Bladedancer. Last video we talked about subclass of the Gunslinger. Now we're going to do the Bladedancer. I think I'm going to talk about all of them. And this time I'm going to be quicker, so I won't have two videos. Okay, grenades. We have Flux Grenade, Skip Grenade, Arc Bolt Grenade. Flux Grenade is a sticky. It could, if you stick an enemy with it, you get one hit kill. Some people like this. Skip Grenade. A grenade that splits on impact, creating multiple projectiles which sinks enemies. This is my most favorite grenade of all the subclass. It is like the Swarm Grenade from the Gunslinger, and it is, it's a lot better than it is. Because it gets on the ground, it could track them as soon as they get near the little parts of the grenade. Very good grenade. It does not do a one-hit kill though. You probably want to follow up with like a scout rifle shot. Next is Arc Bolt Grenade, a grenade that chains bolts of lightning to nearby enemies. This used to be a lot better back at year 1. But Bungie nerfed it, so it's not as good as it is than it used to be. But a lot of people still like to use this grenade. I used to use this grenade all the time, but I thought they nerfed it too much. So now I'm rocking the Skip Grenade for PvP. Okay, next is Double Jump. For the jumps, this is the same type of jump for the Gunslinger, only it's a little bit different. So first you have Higher Jump. Upgrades double jump for a greater height. Again, this is like a lot like double jump, only the second jump gets up a lot more higher. It gives you more vertical on your leap. Okay, next is Better Control. Upgrades double jump for better directional control while in the air. This is the exact opposite of Higher Jump. Instead of giving you more vertical spacing, it gives you more horizontal spacing when you're jumping forward or backward for that matter. Then you have Blink. This is actually very interesting. A short distance transport that replaces double jump. Some people like to use this because it gives you brief invisibility and like it kind of confuses your opponents by jumping forward. I used to use this a lot, but I don't use this anymore because Bungie nerfed it like heck back at year 1 and year 2. It's still usable. It's very useful to pair it up with a shotgun, but honestly, unless you're very good at PvP with the jumping, I do not recommend this for beginners. Okay, next is the Arc Blade. Charges your blade with arc lightning and consume your foes with lightning. This is a realming super, which means it lasts for a long time, and then like once you use up your super energy, it's gonna disappear. So you know, you press L2 and R2 or L1 or R1 depending on what your controller base is, and you activate it, and then you move around and you press the your melee button to do your to do like a one-hit kill. Very fun to use. Makes you a little bit more mobile, although it's not as mobile as it was back at year 1. Okay, so the improvements are Showstopper. Press R1 during Arc Blade to damage nearby enemies. This is good for, this is basically a mini Fist of Havoc going around you for a price for your super energy. This could be good. This is actually more for PvE instead of PvP. But so the only situation you want to use this if you're surrounded. But it does a lot of damage when you use this. Okay, Razor's Edge. Press R1 during Arc Blade to unleash a devastating wave of energy that travels along the ground. This is my most favorite one in PvP because that it sends you a shockwave forward in long distances instead of like all around you with Showstopper. This is basically the effect with Fist of Havoc. It sends a shockwave ahead of you. So I like this. It actually is also a one-hit kill, and you could have people by surprise. Vanish. Press R1 during Arc Blade to disappear from sight. This is purely for PvE. At least that's what I think. This is very good for, like, you know, reviving your teammates, so someone won't see you, so you won't die as you're invisible. This is really good. It actually lasts for a very long time, and you can activate more than once for your super. Okay, next is your melee. Blink Strike, a powerful melee attack that extends its range. This is the most farthest range melee in the game. It even extends the Warlock. Only thing is, it recharges. So, the first improvement here is Backstab. Hitting an enemy from behind with Blink Strike causes significant more damage. Back then I didn't really use this perk, but since for a little bit I actually been rocking it because it's a one-hit kill for PvP, and sometimes you get behind them and you could just lunge right at them and just stab them in the back. It kind of reminds me of Halo a little bit for the assassination medal. This is very fun, but if you want to, like, have more accessory with this, I don't recommend it if you, like, want to use your melee, you know, for one hit kill all the time. You got to be careful and get it behind them. But I've been rocking this, and it's really fun to watch. Escape Artist. Hitting an enemy with Blink Strike grants brief invisibility. This is just like the super with Vanish, purely for PvE. This is good for getting out of, like, tough situations in PvE when, like, a melee knight comes at you, and it's really handy for, like, you know, reviving your teammates. Then you have Twitch. Reduces the cooldown for Blink Strike. This basically gives you you have a better chance of getting Blink Strike more often. So that's actually really good if you just want to lunge at somebody from long distances, like, all the time. This is actually good with shotguns in PvP. The stats are the exact same for the gunslinger than the Bladedancer. Only difference is there's certain, like, you know, little stat boosts depending on what super and what jumps and etc. you have here, like you see with that stat right there. Okay, for the first three, you have Fleet-Footed. Increases maximum sprint speed and extends this slide distance. This is good for movement speed. Honestly, I don't use this because the Bladedancer is already pretty fast. As long as you have your agility all the way up, you know, you're not going to be slow at all. This is a lot of people like to use this for PvP, especially with a shotgun. But honestly, I don't really use this because there's other good perks out here. Quick Draw. Weapons ready immediately. This is an awesome perk. It makes you get your weapons better, get ready faster. When you switch your weapons, it's faster than it usually is. When you zoom in, it's a lot more faster. It's just a very good perk if you want to, like, surprise your enemies and you have a better chance of killing somebody before they kill you. Shadowjack increases the duration of invisibility effects. So if you're using Escape Artist or Vanish, this will last longer than it usually is. I believe it's like a 30 to 40% chance, up to 40% increase on the duration of your invisibility. I'm pretty sure it's around 30. Okay, next you have Encore. Killing it with this tree. Killing an enemy with Arc Blade extends Arc Blade's duration and increases its damage for a short time. This actually helps you a little bit, like having your super keep going, just for one or two more slices if you're time your slashes well and killing enemies. But honestly, I don't use this because there are actually other better options for this tree. This is actually really fun if you you know, equip Showstopper and Encore together with, like, enemies spawning a lot, and you could just have that go on for like 5 or 6 minutes. Really fun, but it's not really practical. Stalker. Gain invisibility after crouching in place for a short time. So all you have to do is press the circle button and wait for a little bit, and then you'll turn invisible. And you could you could have Shadowjack, you could have Escape Artist, and Vanish, and you could have 3 ways to turn invisible. This is probably the best build for PvE, and it's very fun to use. You could literally turn invisible, and you could use backstab for like PvE if you wanted to, or for PvP for that matter in the Inferno mode, where there is no radar. That could be pretty fun, but honestly, I'm more of an aggressive type of player too, in Destiny. Okay, so the last perk is Hunter.I Blade, my favorite perk in this subclass. Kills with arc blade and blink strike immediately regenerate health. It does exactly what it says. As soon as you kill somebody with blink strike, you get your health back. As soon as you get someone with your slash for your super, you will get your health back. Very good. Keeps you surviving, especially in PvP. I always recommend this for PvP. And also you could use a fast switch for pairing up a Hunter.I Blade if you just want to survive your melee. So, recommendations. I always recommend the Bones of Ale for any type of subclass. Very fun to use, awesome for getting around and stuff like that for both PvP and PvE. A lot of other people like to use the Tarantella because it gets your arc blade faster, and it gets your grenade faster as well, especially using those swarm grenades or skip grenade. It's actually a good armor piece. Lucky Raspberry is good as well. It has your grenade chains further, which actually makes the arc bolt a lot better, and I think probably necessary if you're gonna use the arc bolt. Another good thing here is Kefri Sting. This is actually very good to use. You gain ability after crouching, which you could already get, so you could have Hunter.I Blade, and you could attack them up behind, getting 4 times the damage with equipped with backstab, and that could have a lot of damage. Only problem is you're not going to have that much opportunities to get that much damage at all, and it's kind of useless for PvP. Another thing I don't have the yes I do. Master of the Third Man, which you use less super energy with the arc blade. More people prefer to use the Tarantella more than the Master of the Third Man, but honestly, people prefer to use this more than looks than anything. But still, this is a good helmet, and it's actually really good. And also, for weapons, like honestly, you don't really need to worry about weapons because some subclasses like to use some weapons. But honestly, I recommend scout rifles, including the minor multi-tool, since you don't have like throwing knives and stuff like that. You could use this to kill somebody from afar off. Honestly, I like scout rifles with the Bladedancer mostly, but I prefer to use. But some people, it's honestly your choice for what kind of weapon you want to use, But I prefer scout rifles with PvP. Okay, that's about it. So, if I rushed a little bit, sorry about that. But last time I've been doing a video like this, I kind of got blocked off, so I don't want to have that happen again. Okay, thank you guys for watching. God bless, and I'll see you next time.